I was really debating on making this video, but fuck it. What is up, you guys? Yesterday is a good day. You wanna know why it's a good day? Because today I'm going to be telling you about this situation that happened yesterday. Everybody has a teacher that they feel like they can go to and talk to and tell them about their problems and just, just feel close to them. Because, some people just don't have anybody to really talk to. So a lot of students rely on teachers to listen to their problems and give them advice. So this teacher that I, have grown to, be close to, I just, we talked about a lot of stuff. Like, we just talked about, like, personal things going on with me and the future and all of that. So this teacher, I had this teacher in 8th grade. He was my math teacher. I'm not going to say his name because of privacy reasons. I feel like out of all his students, I feel like I was the one that grew closer to him because, we performed together. Like, we would have, like, rap performances. Like, we would just sit and just think of lyrics to rap lyrics, and and then when it would be educational time, I always helped him around the class. I always was helping others. Like, I was just like his teacher, like his assistant. Like, that was the teacher I felt like I was just become, I could definitely talk to after I graduated from 8th grade. After we graduated, I had added him on Snapchat. And just, just to keep in contact. I didn't think nothing weird of that. And a lot of people was like, wait, why are you friends with him on Snapchat? And I'm like, cause they like, that's inappropriate because he's still, a teacher to you. I'm like, well, he's not my teacher anymore. I graduated and I moved on to high school. So he's not my teacher anymore. So I just didn't think that it was inappropriate. And I've asked a lot of people before I added him, asked, was it inappropriate? And they said no. A lot of people was like, you should have waited until after high school till you graduated so you could be of age, just in case something like this happened. Because I didn't think he was on that. Because we've always talked about serious topics like this. I didn't think that he would actually be somebody that's a part of those situations like this. So how did this come about? So I got on Facebook one day. If you haven't seen Strange Things About the Johnsons, go watch that. It's really weird. It was his picture on one of the characters. And so I was like, wait a minute, like, what does this mean? I'm like, did he get exposed? Because before I saw the post on Facebook, what happened with him being like weird and like kind of pedophilish, it was already like a year ago, 2 years ago, but I really didn't say anything because I really gave him the benefit of the doubt. After one comment, it was just like, okay, weird. One of the comments was, he had swiped up my picture and he said, I was beautiful, whatever, because I had the photo shoot last year for my Sweet 16. So he was just saying that I was beautiful, and I'm like, thanks. So then he was like, I just wish you was just a little bit older. And so I'm like, what? Hey, wait a minute. Like, then I made a YOLO. I had saw that one of the YOLOs said, I wish we could be together, but I know it will never happen. And so I'm thinking that's somebody in my age group that knows me and I know them. So I'm like, who is this? And he swiped up and he just put like a laughing emoji, and he put, that emoji that do this, like a blush or whatever. I was like, this can't be him. Like, I was still trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, but I had it in the back of my mind. He's married, like, he got like kids and stuff like that he take care of. Like, what would he want with me? He always talked to us about his wife, so I'm thinking he loves her and all of that. I just gave him the benefit of the doubt. Like, I just really wanted to like give him a chance and be like, this is not what I think it is. I put a lot of trust into him. So I just wasn't really trying to think of it like that. But then I'm like, wait a minute. This is all adding up now, because I'm like, okay, now this is weird. When I saw the post, I was like, ooh, what? My friend that tagged me in it, because I was telling her before I saw the post all those things I just told you. She was like, look, Jasmine, look, like I'm gonna say his name. He got exposed. I'm like, our teacher got exposed. I'm like, whoa. Crazy, because it's like, oh my God, that was happening to me too. So, when stuff that I can relate to, when there's stuff I can relate to, I always like to talk about it, because it's like I can relate. I just like to talk about it. I shared the post that my friend tagged me, and I shared it and I said, wow, he's really out here. Or, you know, that oh my God, he got exposed. Like, this is crazy. And then I made a separate post and said, I am a victim. Hashtag strange things about UCW, whatever that school is. A lot of people from that school, that UCW school, got really offended because they were like, you don't go to UCW. Like, who are you? We don't know about you. And I'm like, okay, if you know I don't go to UCW, then why is it such a big deal? I'm like, I don't go there. I know where I go. And you know where you go. She know where she go. He know where he go. It don't matter. The teacher, he had comment under my post and said that you know that I was only there for you to support you in everything that you do and all of this. And he was just saying, like, at this point, he just felt like his life is about to be ruined. And he just felt like it was just best to just kill himself. So now he's talking about killing himself and all of that. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Like, you weird, but killing yourself, that's like, now I'm like, the caring part of me is coming out. I'm like, I don't want you to kill yourself, because I'm like, this, it's not, I mean, it's serious, but I don't want you to like feel like you should just off yourself. There's a lot of mixed emotions, because it's like, you deserve to feel that way, but then another side of me is like, wait, no. Something was like, take a screenshot, because right after I screenshotted, he deleted the comment. But a lot of people saw the comment already. He was saying that it was false accusations and false information. Like, this is all just a big misunderstanding. Y'all taking it way too far and all of this. And I'm like, really? So you telling me that none of this happened? Like, you telling me what you be telling me and what you be telling other people is not true? When he deleted the comment, I'm like, okay, I don't think nobody saw the comment yet. I text my friend Curtis. I sent some screen records of our Snapchat conversation, and so he was like, he said, can I post this? The girls need to know. So I'm like, yeah, you know, for me standing up for female, being somewhat of a female activist, I'm like, yeah, go right ahead. Like, you know, this needs to be in the air. Like, this needs to be known. I'm thinking he found other people that actually been through it. This is girls, you know, that he know that actually have the same experience that I did with this teacher. I was like, yeah, go right ahead, you know, share the info. Like, let us be known, let us talk about it, let us see what the next step should be, you know what I'm saying? So I get in the shower after I sent the screen record, and I'm getting ready for the day. I get back on Facebook, and the screen record is on Facebook. So I kind of panic. But then at the same time, I'm like, I kind of wanted to be on Facebook, because I'm like, people need to be aware of this. But I didn't want a lot of people to end up knowing what was going on, even though it was already being viral. By the time I could actually say something, a whole bunch of people was already sharing it. Stuff gets shared fast, especially if it's already popping in the air. So by the time I got on there and I saw the screen record, it was already like kind of too late to take it down, because everybody got it now. Then my ex, y'all, the teacher was talking to my ex, and so my ex was just trying to figure out what was going on and see was I like doing too much or adding stuff on, because there are girls that actually said they wanted to have sex with him. I'm like, no, this is what it is. The teacher had nothing to say after that. Like, he did not comment on anything after that, because there's evidence, you know, like, I'm not gonna just make this up. Instead of everybody getting mad at the teacher, everybody turned it around and made me seem like I was the bad guy. I was a hoe, I was a bitch, I was all of this stuff. And so I'm like, what the hell? Like, what is going on? Nobody's jumping down the girl that actually made the post, and no one's jumping down the teacher. Like, nobody's jumping on both of their cases. They was victim blaming me, saying that I just wanted clout, I just wanted attention, I was desperate, I actually wanted it. And this is why they were saying it. We did have some conversation. I'm not going to sit here and say that I was not conversating with him, because that is a lot. But the things I was conversating with him about was not about him saying I was beautiful and pretty and wish I was older and you trying to get on that and all that. That ain't It had nothing to do with that. Our conversations had something to do with homecoming, about me going up to the school to shadow, how's my summer, happy birthday, like how's school. So it was nothing inappropriate. What's wrong with this generation is they don't know how to read. Reading is very fundamental. They was like, okay, why was you responding back to you're beautiful and all of this? I'm like, because it's okay to accept a compliment. You don't have to accept compliments just from people in your age group. It's okay to get compliments from everyone. That's what we need in this world, is compliments. We need to compliment each other. We need to be there for each other. That's what the fuck is wrong with this world. They don't know how to stick together, and they don't know how to be together as a fucking world. We're all on this one fucking planet together. It's okay to accept the compliments. It's okay to say thank you to a compliment. He says you're welcome, and that was the end. That's it. It's okay to accept a compliment. And they were like, okay, that still don't justify the fact that you a hoe and you just want to get clout. I'm like, you saying the same shit over and over and you don't know what you're talking about. I'm debunking everything that you're saying, and you still trying to make accusations and shit. There's a lot of people that was on my side and said that I was right and that I'm glad that I came out. Now, one thing I hate about what I didn't do is saying something earlier. First of all, I had just got into a brand new school, trying to get my life together, trying to make a person out of myself in a whole nother neighborhood, a whole nother school, and a whole nother group of people. My grandmother was dying. It was a bunch of other family stuff with that. I don't have time to be exposing motherfuckers like the rest of this world do. I am not the rest of this world. I am different. I don't have time to be trying to debunk codes and shit. Like, people was like, you should know how Curtis is. He messy and he posts stuff. What did you think he meant when he said the girls need to know? He's gay. I'm not finna sit here and decode gay language. That's not my job. I don't get paid to do that. If you tell me something exactly how it is, I'm going to exactly read it how the fuck you sent it to me. I'm not gonna sit here and debunk just because you gay, transgender, black, white, all that shit. I'm not gonna sit here and debunk different languages and shit that this motherfucking generation has created. I don't got time for that. If you sent me something how it is, then that's exactly how I'm gonna read it, and that's exactly how I'm gonna take it, because I was already doing something when you was texting me and all of this was going on. So I don't care. Basically, the whole Facebook hates me now. A lot of people was throwing sexual assault out. Like, okay, we get that the teacher should have been doing what he was doing, but now you're doing too much. It's not sexual assault. I'm not touched anywhere. It's for JJ's good, y'all. He did not touch me. That's not sexual assault. Compliments are compliments. That's just a polite thing to do. Conversating with a teacher out of school is not inappropriate if the conversation is appropriate. The whole entire night, it was Jazzy asked Jazzy a hoe, and she just want attention. She a this, she all of this, she this, that, this, and that. And I'm like, how? And now he's saying he wish he never talked to me the way he talked to me. He know it's wrong. He shouldn't have said it. But I'm not hurt because I don't care. I have life goals. I have things to worry about. I got glasses from America's Best, and I'm really trying to like figure out where they're at. I don't care about what the hell Facebook got to say, because people on Facebook broke as fuck anyway. And the stuff got so viral, it had got to my high school. People at high school snickering about shit that they don't know. Stay your ass in the bougie part of Chicago and let us deal with some project shit. That's pretty much the end of the story. Like, there's really like nothing to really say else. These past 4 years has really taught me about trust. That is pretty much the end of the story. So you guys like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell for any time I make a new video. And that is it. And I will see you guys when I see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.